Hi, what is up, guys? We are back for a little season review, our first season in charge of AFC Rushden Diamonds here at Diamonds into Dog Turds. It has been ultimately a disappointment not to get involved with the playoffs, but I think a positive first season all in all. Our playing style was phenomenal. We had good spells through the season. We had a nice FA Cup upset thrown in there as well. I think there was lots to be positive about and lots to give us the optimism that we can really push on next season and really try and dominate this league. Now, first of all, the new arrivals. We had so many players come in this season. I think we must have had over 300 players pass through on trial. And we did make a lot of changes to the squad as the season went on. I think we really improved the team and improved the squad. I think we were one of the top sides by the end of the season. We do have to still improve that defense. We didn't manage to find any really dominant defenders to take us to the next level. But all in all, I think the majority of the signings were very good. Demalio Brown-Sterling obviously came in, and as you can see, 25 goals in 30 games. Phenomenal record from him. I will check in a moment just to confirm if he did finish top scorer in the league. Jack Brown, for me, our player of the season, the number 10, absolutely exceptional with his creativity. 17 goals and 12 assists in 44 games. Absolutely superb. Matt Richardson at centre-back, I think he really did. He was a centre-back, gave something extra, released by Norwich. We could do with another one, probably a little bit better than Matt Richardson. He is very good, but he is not next level good. He is not like Vanarama North and South good. I think if we could find someone during this summer that could maybe be a little bit of an improvement on Matt Richardson and Alex Collard, then we can really look forward to something special next season. Kingsley James came in from Hyde, 21 games, 22 games, 3 assists. Again, really pleased with him. Jamie O'Hara at 35. He did have a good season, lost his place in the team by the end. His legs just really ran out, but I do want to renew his contract for another season. I think he's just with his technical and mental qualities, he is just a touch of class in this division. I think the problem was that he was playing in a midfield 2 with a number 10 in front of him. I'm planning, you'll see in a moment, to play a midfield 3 this season. And I think Jamie O'Hara in a midfield 3 with legs around him could really have a big part to play still next season. So hopefully we get him signed up for another year. Jim Fenlon had a quiet start, but he in the end was absolutely superb. 26 games played, 7 assists, 4 of those in one game. He has actually got a lot of interest in him right now from Vanarama North and South teams. So I don't think he is going to survive the summer with us. I think he will be at a team in the league above. The only way I can get around that is maybe if I offer him a full part-time contract where he would be signed to us for the year. I think I've still got to decide if I want to go ahead and do that. I think we could live without him if we lost him, but he is an exceptional squad player to have. So got to see if he's still with us. Mark Waddington came in, 25-year-old midfielder, a 6.89 rating. Maybe not the best, but I was pleased enough with him. I think we got him as an upgrade to Ben Ford at the time, and I think he was a good enough upgrade in the end. Now, Shaq Coulthurst just came in right at the end of the season, played a couple of games off the bench. I think he is going to be a really important player for us next season. I think he'll be a dominant forward in our league. Katlego Mashigo, the South African, came in on loan from Waterford. Hopefully we will renew that loan. I think he's a great midfield and number 10 option and not costing us a penny. So it just makes real sense to bring him in. The other names there that I kind of skipped over were the players that were here when we arrived. So Dean Snedker, I just feel like he's got some weaknesses that just stop him from being a top level goalkeeper in our division. So I'm letting him move on. Ravi Shamsi obviously got his contract renewed by the chairman. Well, he got 10 goals and 4 assists, so he didn't have a bad season. I just feel like the wingers in FM22 really aren't. You have to have a winger who is truly exceptional or above the level that you're playing at to really have a lot of influence. And I think Ravi Shamsi's 4 assists and Connor Furlong's 4 assists really show that. But hopefully Ravi Shamsi can have another decent season. Just if he's not scoring, he's pretty anonymous even. So we'll see what happens there. Sam Warburton, solid enough, probably disappointing really, only a 6.76 rating. Disappointing in the end, but we'll see what he does next season. He is going to, at the moment, be our first choice left back. Tyler Ford from West Ham played a few games. Nyan Messeria didn't have the greatest start to his season or to his AFC Rushden Diamonds career. We'll have to see how his season goes next year, but he's got a little bit about him. And in a moment, I will talk about Matty. I don't know if that's Vigor or Viger. I'll talk about Matty Viger in a moment, a young striker from Crystal Palace. That's going to be your little bonus for watching this video, is just seeing one of the new faces that we've got for next season. And then the final names there, Polish Oliver and Jack Tornianian. I think I just about got away with that. No, I didn't really, did I? Neither of them played. They weren't good enough. We bought them in on loan without really knowing anything about them. They weren't good enough. They didn't play. They didn't cost us anything. We haven't lost out, apart from maybe just forming a bit of a bad relationship with their clubs, who probably won't want to loan us players again. The results for the season. Did that click work there? I don't think it did. So the season's results, knocked out in the third qualifying round of the, that was the Southern League. Was that the Southern League Cup? I think it was, against Colville. That was disappointing. Sorry, that was the FA Trophy against Colville. Knocked out in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup against Maidstone. A really good FA Cup run there. Hopefully we can maybe do a little bit better than that next season if we get some luck with the draw. We were obviously drawn away 3 times this season and twice against Vanarama teams. And the Southern League Cup, we were knocked out by Salisbury, which was very, very disappointing. 4-4 at full time, and we ended up losing 6-4. It was one of those games which really showed us where our weaknesses lied. So again, we'll be looking to improve on that next season in the Southern League Cup. In terms of the season as a whole, the Rushall win was absolutely superb. That was a real dominant performance. And again, biggest win and match to remember were both against Rushall. Rushall were relegated. They were a very, very poor team. So maybe we can't get too excited about those results. And then goal of the season was Jamie O'Hara. I do remember that goal. It was very good. I was convinced Matty Richardson would win goal of the season for his absolute screamer from the edge of the box. This Jamie O'Hara goal against Maidstone was a curled finish, also from the edge of the box. It was a very classy finish, to be fair to him, up into the top corner from the right side to the left on his left foot. So maybe I can't argue too much with that. I thought it'd be Matty Richardson. Finances are absolutely awful. We have got to improve the finances next season. We sold 147 shirts. That was quite nice. That's probably more than I was expecting. Brown Sterling and Jack Brown obviously up in amongst the most sold shirts. Nothing in broadcast revenue, obviously, with the level we play at. So hopefully we can improve the finances this season, ultimately by knocking the wages down. And I don't know, is this team of the season or just how we lined up? No, it's the best 11 look. So yeah, the best 11, probably couldn't argue too much with that. I probably wouldn't agree with Jordan Eli. He lost his place in the team by the end of the season. Matty Richardson, I would certainly have in there ahead of him. Johnny Hurd, certainly our best left back. Devastated that he decided to retire. Would have loved to have him in. And again, you can see there with Ravi Shamsi and Joel Giassi's ratings, it kind of shows you the ineffectiveness of wingers in the game engine, I think. So that's, you'll see in a moment what we're going to do tactically, or what we're going to plan to do tactically. Just to finish up, fans player of the season, Demalio Brown-Sterling. As I say, for me, it would probably be Jack Brown. Young player of the season, Demalio Brown-Sterling. And signing of the season, Demalio Brown-Sterling. Jamie O'Hara gets his goal of the season, while the top goal scorer was Demalio Brown-Sterling, and Jack Brown with the most assists, fortunately missing out on his £1,000 bonus. Tom Lorraine, he now goes to retire. Most player of the matches, while Brown-Sterling had the highest average rating, and King James the most passes completed per 90 minutes. So yep, pretty good there, pretty good. If we can get a goal scorer to help out Jack Brown and Demalio Brown-Sterling, hopefully that is going to fire us into the next division. And Jay Williams certainly has to improve his discipline. 10 yellow cards and 2 reds. Paul Willis, the oldest player to make an appearance. So that was how the season looked. And if we just go in to finish off this episode, a very quick little bonus episode. This is what we're looking at for next season. I'm looking to lose the wingers and use one of those wingers as a midfielder and one of those wingers as a second striker. So hopefully that will confirm our ability to just score more goals and hopefully have a little bit more control in midfield, concede less. And this is what we're looking at the moment. The way it is, I would be happy to start the season with that defence of Williams, Richardson, Collard and Warburton. If I can get in an improvement on Richardson and Collard, that would be great. But I'm happy to start the season that way. King James and Waddington, I think, can partner Jamie O'Hara. Jamie O'Hara may be playing as a deep line playmaker on defend, just sitting there and just spraying the ball around. Jack Brown as an advanced playmaker, as he has done this season, getting his goals, getting his assists. And at the moment, Brown-Sterling and Colthurst as the striking pair. I think they will be absolutely phenomenal. On the bench as it stands, Tyler Ford could be our substitute goalkeeper still if he doesn't get poached away. The same with Jim Fenlon. He can play right or left back. Absolutely phenomenal option. Mashigo hopefully will renew his loan agreement. And then we have our wing options on the bench if we want to change to the old formation during the course of a game or during a period of the season. Joel Giassi, Ravi Shamsi and Nayan Masuria. And then our forward options, Matty Viger and Laurel Smith. I'd like to keep Laurel Smith around. If we look at Matty Viger, here's your little bonus, seeing one of the players that's coming in for next season. Look at this. He's only 17. He's been released by Crystal Palace. He's got, for our level, he's got good pace, good acceleration, really good agility, and excellent strength. 6 foot tall. He doesn't have much jumping reach, but he does have 13 heading. I think he could be a great target forward. And he also has that 12 finishing and 11 first touch. So he's got everything you need to be a very, very good poacher in and around the box there. His composure is 11, which is fantastic in front of goal. 9 anticipation is doable for our league. 12 decisions and 12 off the ball. All of that is absolutely exceptional for a 17-year-old at our level. Will he be able to improve with the limited training that we have? We'll have to wait and see. But I think it was a really good deal. I think if we look at his contract, he is going to get £120 per appearance. So not costing the earth. And if we just compare him to Laurel Smith, you can see here that the polygons are kind of similar. They're kind of similar players. They've got the same technical rating. Obviously, Matty Weiger has the advantage there of a better first touch and better heading, which I think makes him a better goal scorer. And then in terms of the mental aspects of the game, it says Laurel Smith is better, but I don't know. I kind of look there and I kind of like what Matty Weiger offers a little bit more. Definitely his better composure, slightly better decisions. The anticipation is similar. And then physically, Matty Weiger is a better physical presence than Laurel Smith. So a really nice little sign in there, really nice little option. I think he's going to be a great backup striker coming off the bench for us this season. So that's basically where the team is at, where the squad is at. I am now going to play through pre-season. We will see when we come back. Hopefully we will have a whole new coaching team, a new goalkeeper, maybe a new central defender. And I also need to add some maybe more defensive midfield options of the type similar to James and Waddington that can maybe just occupy these places on the bench just to come on and help us rotate players and control games when there are injuries or suspensions. So a few positions to fill in pre-season, but I'm really pleased with where we're at and how things are looking. You can see we've looked at this before, but we are about £600 under next season's wage budget in terms of our committed spending. So we've got a little bit of flexibility to bring players in. We will see where we are. We will see you again for season 2 of Dog Turds into Diamonds, and we will see exactly where we're at. Thanks for watching. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you very soon for the next chapter in Dog Turds into Diamonds.